Okay, question of the day. So, question of the day today is, can you have a frame that's too stiff? Yeah, from a power transfer point of view, everyone talks about a stiffer frame being better, and the brands will always, every year the frame gets 17.3% stiffer and 11.6% more compliant, and 8.3% lighter or whatever it is. We end up with bikes which have got infinite stiffness and weigh nothing by the end of that. But anyway, is a super stiff bike the optimum bike? So the short answer is it depends on what sort of conditions you're riding. So if you're riding on a smooth velodrome, then and everything is perfectly smooth, then higher stiffness would result in superior power transfer. However, there's sort of a human fatigue element out on the road which plays another role. So we're having looks like it's starting to rain now. Having a bit of compliance is easier on the rider, and therefore, so the rider's not getting thrown around as much. The muscles can recruit better and all these sorts of stuff. So, that's a whole another topic in itself. All this information on that, but basically, in summary, I'd say there's an optimum amount of stiffness or compliance, which they're basically the same, just different terminology, for the type of riding that you're doing. So, particularly if you're doing more sort of gravel type riding, you probably want a little bit more flex because you're going over rougher roads. If you're riding over really smooth roads or on the track, etc., you could probably go a stiffer frame. So now the advantage of a carbon frame over a metal frame is that you can, by changing fibre angles and fibre grades and different angles, you can change the properties of a tube. So you can make like a chainstay, for instance, very, very stiff torsionally, which is great for power transfer, and you can also have it a little bit softer in bending, so it does flex a little bit and sort of give you some of those options. Whereas with a metal tube, it's much more difficult to manipulate those mechanical properties. You've only really got the wall thickness and the shape to change that, whereas with the carbon you've also got fibre angles and fibre grades. So but the carbon gives you a much more tunable ride in that sense. So thanks for the question. It was a great question. There's obviously we could go into a much deeper much deeper level in that, and there's a whole bunch of research and stuff that's being done on vibration and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, short answer is, depending on the riding that you're doing, often you'd find a more compliant frame that is probably superior. Coming back to that, when we designed the Malvern Star Oppi range of bikes, that was one of the factors, and that you could do a 180, 200k stage and not get beaten up, and you'd have something left for the sprint, and that bike won the Melbourne to Warrnambool quite a few times with the Genesis team, which was the longest single day race in the world or something. So anyway, talking about long rides, wishing Maven and the crew all the best for the Tour Down Under pilgrimage. They left this morning. Weather's not too bad. It's not that windy, so it might be all right for them. It's a little bit of rain, but not too hot. So we had a hot night, and all the best to the crew heading over to Adelaide. All right, till next time. We'll see you again soon. Bye.